What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Austin Show. Today we're looking at some Marvel Legends for the new Spider-Man No Way Home wave. But these are exclusive figures that we're doing kind of as a separate video. We were going to throw these in with our No Way Home wave, but we decided to do them separately. And so this is like a precursor to that video. So when this video comes out, that video will be the next one. So if you want to see that actual wave, you can catch that video. But here we have exclusive versions. So first up, we have Spider-Man in the upgraded suit. That was a Walmart exclusive. So you pretty much get a nice unmasked face there of Peter Parker. But it's a nice suit that we see him get in Far From Home, and then he also of course has it some in No Way Home as well. And then from Spider-Man Homecoming, we've got Vulture, which of course was an old Build-A-Figure, but they re-released it here as a deluxe figure, and this was a Target exclusive, so it's awesome to get the Vulture there and much more details and everything, and then getting the wings, because you know that was all a part of like the Build-A-Figure and everything, so that looks awesome. I'm excited to check that out, especially compared to the other one. And finally from GameStop, we have the Gamerverse version of Miles Morales, but this is the one using more of like his special powers, so he's all like see-through or whatever, so he's got his camouflage, and then we also got some electricity hands being his Venom, which is pretty cool. So it's awesome to get that version of Miles Morales. And as I said, these figures kind of go with the No Way Home wave, so it's awesome to have them to go along with those figures as well. So some of these will be seen again in that video. But I'm excited to check these out, so let me go and get them all out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start off with the Target exclusive Vulture, and this thing looks really cool. So it's a nice deluxe figure based off that old Build-A-Figure, so we have the actual Vulture figure itself, and then the wings that were like the Build-A-Figure piece, and of course the wings pretty much look exactly the same. They've just updated the colors a bit, but the figure itself looks really cool, and they've updated it quite a bit, so he looks awesome here. So of course it's Vulture, real name Adrian Toomes, and in the movie is played by Michael Keaton, but unfortunately we don't get a Michael Keaton head or anything for this, so just the same sort of like Vulture figure we had before, but looks really nice overall. I like the color changes they did on it, so his like bomber jacket or just like flight jacket, whatever, is like a actual brown sort of color now. It was almost black in the other ones, and then with the nice fur piece around, and then he has this like lighter, brighter green on it that looks really nice, like for the pants and everything. Of course fits in with that actual like Vulture look, since he was mostly in the all green like spandex design, but he has the exosuit on that allows for, you know, the use of the wings, so you can see like the harness and stuff going around to the front, and then he has like the leg paddings and the machine stuff all down his legs going into the talons there on his feet, so makes him even more like a Vulture. And then we've got his like flight helmet here, so of course the helmet that provides oxygen and stuff to him, but I like the overall design. So he has like the visor piece that was an accessory piece that just can slide off if you want, so you can see his two little green eyes there, which is pretty cool. And then he just has like the front sort of design that's, you know, supposed to be beak like. Overall looks really nice. I really like this upgrade look to the figure, and just so you can see the difference, here is that older one, so you can see the color differences and everything there, but most of everything's the same. Looks like his belt's a little bit different, but everything else does look pretty similar. It looks like they did redo the whole leg designs there. You can see the difference that they did in the leg pieces. I do overall like the leg changes. Looks like most of his bottom legs were robotic in this version, so yeah, definitely like this new one a lot more. I like the face, I think, a little bit more on this other one though. I just think it looks more bird-like, but the new one looks cool as well. So for this figure, let's go and look at the movements. So the head can twist a little side to side. It's hard with like the whole mask design, but it can twist side to side there. Mostly just a little bit of nodding there, unfortunately, is all you get with the head. But the shoulders are real stiff on this, but can come up 90 degrees there and rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, a double elbow joint that can bend up that far. Wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. It's got that crunch in the middle, so crunch forward and crunch back there, so nice crunching there. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips up 90 degrees out to the side a little bit there. Thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint that can bend up. It's a little bit stiff, feels like, but that far in the back. No shin twist or anything, but the foot can rock back and forth. Again, pretty stiff on this one, but can rock back and forth and twist side to side. So overall, it's a pretty decent figure. No major issues or anything, just a little bit of stiffness in joints. Now with this figure, we get some accessories. Of course, we have the wings included, which we'll look at in a second, but he also comes with some additional stuff we didn't get before. We get these like arm armor pieces, so these arm pieces, and then he also has these pieces you can put into his hands so he can like punch and stuff, almost like the Shocker hands from the movie. I don't remember these and didn't really read anything about this stuff, so I don't know if it's something new or I just missed them in the movie or what, but they look pretty cool. And we get one for both arms, so we have the arm pieces and the hand thing. So let's go and pop these on. You have to pop his hands off and then kind of slide these up his arms and then put the hands back on. I think it adds to him, so let me put them on. So there's Vulture with the additional arm pieces and then the pieces there in his hand. So that overall looks pretty cool. I like that additional little feature that they included. But as I mentioned, in this version, he is wearing an exosuit that of course goes along with the wings. And with the exosuit, it gives him superhuman strength, durability, speed, and with the wings, of course, he can fly. And then included in the suit, he has the talons, and then also the wings have sharp blades on it. So like we see in the movie, like him cut stuff. So pretty cool with that overall. But then also with this set, we do have the wings included as well. So we have the wings here on just like this clear stand piece. The wings overall do look really cool. Let's see if we can zoom out here some. So you can see the wide wingspans, and of course they're the exact same, so they have all the same movements and everything. So let's twist it around here so you can see the colors there. So I like the green. Again, it looks like a little bit brighter green maybe, or at least it pops a little bit more. The fan blades here are now like a blue color, but then it still has like this blue and purple on this piece, which it did have on the original ones as well. But with this, we have multiple moving pieces. So up here at the top, we have this joint so it can fold in like that. And then of course you can also have the additional joint where it can bend around. And then for the blades itself, this thing can move up, and then the piece here spins around as well. So you have just all sorts of different like gyro movements in there. And then for the lower piece, we have this movement in here as well. And then they just move together in the joint there as well. So we have both of those on the same side. So again, you can kind of adjust them however you want, but we can take and put them into the Vulture's back with the little peg that goes into the piece here. And usually on back pieces, they're up pretty high, but I like how this one's like center of his back. So that's pretty cool. And it goes into his back like that. He is a little bit hard to stand up, like he is standing without the base or anything. So it's not too bad, but again, I just like to try and use the base, but I don't know how to get him to use it to where he'll be able to stand, because usually it either has him lean forward or lean back. Like this, it's kind of like leaning him forward, so you have to position him if you want to use the base, but it just adds that extra stability in there. So that overall looks pretty cool. But we also have the older set of wings that we can bring in here, and you can see the design there. So with this one, the fan blades are just a silver. Everything looks a little bit like darker and everything, but overall they do look pretty much like exactly the same designs, just just minor tweaks to it. And again, this was the Build-A-Figure, so it's nice just to be able to get this. So if you didn't do the whole Build-A-Figure piece, you could have the wings now with Vulture. And next up, we have the Walmart exclusive Spider-Man in the upgraded suit that we see him get towards the end of Far From Home when he creates it in the Stark Industries Fabricator. So it's pretty much like his normal suit. I like how it's more like the black compared to the blue and then the normal red, but this suit is integrated with web suiters, so he doesn't have to, have his additional ones. And it also includes taser webs that of course he uses in the fight against Mysterio with all the drones. So it's cool to have this version of him, and again, it's a Walmart exclusive, and it comes with the nice new unmasked head design. So it looks pretty much just like the older ones. It just looks more like Tom Holland, so I think it looks good. And like here's an old head. So overall, design wise, they look pretty similar, but I do think it looks a little bit better, the new one does, compared to the old one. But overall, I really like the look of this, just the suit design, everything with the black and the red. I think it looks just really nice. The colors just pop a lot with that red against the black. It just looks pretty cool overall. And for comparison, here is that older version. So this probably came out back when Far From Home came out. So this is that same suit, just the way it's designed for that. Probably like the details and everything on it. You can see like on the arms and stuff. I do like that, but this one doesn't really have that, just more all smooth. But I do like the upgrade. Like this one's way too shiny, especially like the chest and everything compared to this one. So I do like the upgrade. So for movements that can twist all the way around, you can look down that far and up that far. So pretty good overall. Shoulders can come up 90 degrees, have the butterfly joint there, and of course rotate all the way around. We get the bicep twist, a double elbow joint that can fold up that far. Wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have the ab crunch right there, so crunch forward and crunch back. So pretty good crunching. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips up 90 degrees out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far to the back. And then the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. So overall, it's pretty nice. Doesn't have all the same movements as like the normal like comic versions of Spider-Man or anything, but not too bad. And for accessories, first off, we get a masked face of Spider-Man. So we have the masked face there. So let's switch this out. So there is the masked up version. So that looks pretty cool. It just looks like your standard Spider-Man face. So nothing too crazy there, but I do like it more compared to the unmasked head. We get some whip hands. So we have the hands, shooting the webs out. So that's pretty cool. So let's switch these out. So there we got Spider-Man with the whip hands. And to go along with that, we also have a webbing here. So nice, like clear webbing design we get with a lot of Spider-Mans before. So we can just take and kind of like stick this on his hand. So there we sort of have Spider-Man like shooting the web out. So pretty nice that they include this, but I never know what to do with these except for like dangle him. But overall, it is nice to get this Spider-Man in the upgraded suit and like a, actual design from like the movies. So it's awesome to get this new and improved version there of the upgraded Spider-Man suit. And the final figure for this set is the GameStop exclusive Gamerverse Miles Morales. So this is an exclusive version where he's using his like special powers and stuff. So in this case, he has the camouflage. So he's all like see-through and everything, where you won't be able to see him. But it looks pretty nice overall, just in the all see-through blue, looks like a piece of candy or something. But he has the Miles Morales design. Looks pretty much just like Spider-Man, but has the additional designs into him. And especially if you see the next video where I do the No Way Home wave, we'll see the actual normal Miles and I'll show the comparisons and everything. But it looks pretty nice overall. You can see the spider design there. It looks pretty cool. And I just like the texture. I don't know if I can get it to show you. Yeah, you can kind of see the texture there. It's just got like a rib texture design. That's really cool, and I really like that a lot. Of course, you can see the design and texture there for like the webbing on the face and all that. So it just looks really nice overall. But with it being all blue, you just lose a lot of that detail and everything, unfortunately. But as I mentioned, in this form, he has the camouflage, which renders himself and his clothes invisible. So that's pretty cool power. And then he has another power, which when we get to that accessory, I'll tell you about that. But let's do movements first. So for this one, we can get its head to twist all the way around. He can look down that far and up that far. So not too bad overall. Shoulders can come up about 90 degrees there. Feel a little bit stiff, like something's stopping it, but can come up under 90 there. But we have the butterfly joint again, little joint in there. But it can rotate all the way around. Has bicep twist, double elbow joint. That's a little bit stuck, but can bend up that far. Wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. And again, with it being see-through, I like how you can see all the joints in there. We have the ab crunch, so crunch back and forth, so really good crunching. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips come up 90 out to the side that far, actually close to doing the splits. Thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint, that's a little bit stiff, but can bend up that far, pretty close to kicking his own butt. And again, stiff, but the foot flexes back and forth and can twist side to side. Now for accessories, he comes with additional hands. So first off, we have open hands and more like web crawling hands, so pretty cool. I like the designs and everything, looks pretty cool. We get the web shooting hands, so like the foot pans and stuff, so pretty cool again to get those included. But for this one, the coolest thing is the venom hands. So for him, he has the powers called venom, which is a release of a large amount of bioelectrical energy. So it's just like electricity he shoots out of his hands. So very cool that we have this included. So let's go and pop these onto his hands. So there we have the venom hands on Miles. So that overall is really cool to get this exclusive version of Miles where he has his two main powers of the camouflage and the venom hands. Very awesome overall to get this version of Miles. Pretty plain overall, but just having both of his like special powers from the game and stuff, it's awesome to get this in one version of a figure. So that is really cool overall for this figure. Well, that's gonna be it for our Marvel Legends Spider-Man exclusive figures, where we got the Walmart exclusive upgraded suit Spider-Man, the GameStop exclusive Gamerverse Miles Morales, and the Target exclusive deluxe Vulture figure. So all three of these are pretty cool. They're all not necessary figures. We already had the Build-A-Figure version of Vulture, so we didn't need this one, but this one looks much better. We already had a version of the upgraded suit Spider-Man's, but this one looks much better. And then we'll have the normal version of Miles Morales from the No Way Home wave, but getting this one with his special powers is awesome as well. So I really like these figures a lot. But let me know what you thought of them down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. And I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.